Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be very interesting because in this video we are going to combine Excel knowledge as well as some personal finance stuff. And so we are going to cover one primary concept in this video, and then I'm also going to cover some bonus tip in this video. So lot of you must have got phone calls from various insurance companies to explain their guaranteed income plans. So these plans are basically structured in a way where you are supposed to invest certain amount for a particular period of time, say 5 years, 12 years and so on, and then on the maturity you are guaranteed a certain amount in return. And then there are multiple options like after 12 years either you can uh, get that guaranteed amount, or maybe you can extend the plan for next few years, or maybe you can switch to a pension plan and so on. Along with that, these plans typically cover a certain amount as a on the occasion of death. So we are going to cover how do we evaluate those plans, mostly from return point of view, because the investment plan, that is what they market it for. And many people get trapped in it. They don't understand how to evaluate the plan. They just go by the lucrative uh, the way the plan is presented in a very lucrative way. They purchase those plans and then they end up with very poor investment decisions. So uh, for that we are going to today look at one Excel formula called XIRR, using which you can evaluate the plan. So in our example, let's say the investment tenure of the plan, or the span of the plan, is, let's say, 12 years. For 12 years you are supposed to invest, let's say you are investing rupees 1 lakh per year, or let's say 2 lakhs per year, and you are guaranteed maturity benefit of, let's say, 52 lakhs 80,000. So actually this is a real life example. I actually received a phone call today from one very big insurance company to sell this plan, and these were the details. So let's see whether that plan was beneficial or not, purely from investment point of view. So the plan was spanning over 12 years period, and I wanted to avail a monthly payment of premium, or maybe we can say, or maybe I can make it quarterly for quick and easy analysis. So the plan was something like this. Today I was supposed to pay the first investment amount upfront, 2 lakh rupees. So let us structure our data first. So let's say today on 12th March 2026 our cash flow will be negative 2 lakh rupees. And then next year onwards, that is 2027, I will be paying quarterly installment. So that would be, let's say, 12th March 2027, and the installment amount would be this divided by 4. I copy it down, and so I'm just so 2 lakh rupees was my first year investment, and then I'm just dividing it by 4 to arrive at the quarterly amount that we pay. So for 12 years into 4 quarters each month, it will be 44 investment periods. So because the first period is like for the entire year, and then remaining 11 years into 4 quarters, so it will be 44 plus 1. So I structure it like this: and then uh, we will you know put the dates here. Now so we are ready with the data. So what I have done is I have my plotted my cash outflows, and towards end of the period uh, what cash inflow I will receive. Now we are going to apply the formula called XIRR that will help us understand what is the return on investment that we are making. Now for your information, this plan is tax free, like the amount that we will get in lump sum at the end of the maturity is going to be tax free, so we are not considering any tax implications here. So I put it like this, equal to XIRR. Now for values I have to select this entire range, like right from first cash outflow till the maturity, comma I have to select the dates, so I select the dates here. So this is the answer. So this is the return on investment which I am making free of tax. So this is not bad, this is a really good number, 12.6% tax free. But there are many other investment schemes, wherein uh, you might see this number very lucrative, but actually the return on investment might be very low. Let's take another example. Maybe I came across another investment plan, so I will simply copy and paste it here. The plan was from a very big insurance company. In this plan the payment was annual. So let me create the data now for that plan. So I'm ready with the data now. So the plan was like this: every year I have to invest 14,000 rupees, and then at the time of maturity I will get 25 lakh rupees, and the plan is for 35 years. So we have plotted the data here, and let us apply this same formula now. I will just copy and paste it here, and the last cell is 44, so let me adjust it accordingly. So 18.15% is the return on investment. So as we can clearly see, from returns point of view, the first plan is better. But when you take insurance related decisions, you have to also look at other benefits, especially when you are evaluating these type of plans, that what are the options available at the time of maturity. Like some companies allow you the option to extend this plan further, then some companies allow you to convert this into a pension plan, so you have to make considerations from those point of view too. Then some companies also cover you for in case of death during this period of 12 years or till the time you are making the investments. So you have to consider those other factors too. So this was the main concept in for today's video, that XIRR. But apart from that, as I mentioned earlier, that there is going to be a bonus tip here. So the bonus tip is that for creating these periods, like as you can see, the plan is spanning for a very long period. So somebody who doesn't know this bonus tip, what he will do is that person will manually enter the dates. But here comes the bonus tip, which is the function called edate. So in the edate function, what this function does is it will take same date of the succeeding period. So the formula looks like this. Let me put it again, equal to edate, start date is the first date, comma months. So if you want month for the same date next month, you can type 1, or if you want it for the next quarter, you can type 3. So, and if you want it for next year, you can type 12. So that is how this function works. So that's all for today's video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video to more and more people, and also press the bell icon. Thank you.